Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Power of Music, a brand new show by yours truly, Frida Bolani Magoni on Power Ace Radio. I hope you all had a great week. I hope this show will help you start the new weekend with great new music. We have two artists on the show today, very, very special people to me and very talented musicians that you definitely love. So, but first of all, I'd like to go back in time a little bit and of a couple of months. December 16th, 2022, I organized and hosted an online event live streaming from my new home studio, where is also where I am right now, which is called FBM Studio. And I had 4 different bands coming together to perform. We had Manuela Bollani, who is an actress and singer from Italy. She's actually, she's related to me. We have the same surname. And Cubi Rossi, who are rock, pop, electronic band who maybe one day we could have on the show as well. But today we have the other 2 artists. One is Tao. Tao is a very dear friend of mine from Milan, Italy.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. How are you? How are you?
Fine. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
here
Frida.
he is. Here is Tao. We will chat to him very soon. He's an amazing guitarist and songwriter. And then we had Lucid Dreams, our international guests. And today here with us we have David, who is the singer of the band. Hi, David.
Hello, everybody. This is David, hailing from Vienna.
Yeah, exactly. From Vienna. You're right. He came from Vienna to play in Italy in a home studio in live streaming. It was just so special that we all were together, and it was such a magical night, wasn't it?
The fact that I for myself, I didn't know the other artists before that evening, and it was like, old friends coming together. It was a very, very special atmosphere.
Yeah, I feel like when music puts together people like that, and I'm really happy that I managed to put some of the most special people in the world together, it just creates a magical relationship even between the people. It felt like we knew each other for so long when I did know everyone, but you guys didn't know each other. And now here we are all together chatting on this new episode of The Power of Music.
Yeah, and this is actually the power of music, that it unites.
Yeah, exactly. That people. That is why this show exists. And the show was actually born right after the event, like the whole idea, because of like how I realized how the power of music created all this. So the power of music also created a couple of songs that I recorded, one with Tao and one with Lucid Dreams, that we're going to listen to. And the funny fact and the incredible fact is that these songs both came out in the same month, but with a year apart. So I released The Broken Cup with Tao last, was it 2021? Still, December 2021. Yeah. And then the year after, in December, Levels came out. Levels is this beautiful piece of music that I recorded with Lucid Dreams. And then also the event happened in December. So December is an absolutely special month, I would say. So shall we listen to the songs and then just discuss a little bit more how the songs and the collaborations happened? So these are The Broken Cup, and then following immediately after, Levels.
this heart and make it yours. That's what she asked him for. Take my soul and let it dance. Be the prince in my romance, the one who gives me a chance, the one I was waiting for.
Quench my lips, don't tell me lies. He said to her, we're not the skies. Spread my wings and let 'em fly.
Take my blood, don't let it dry. My eyes, don't let them cry. Be the one who ends my war, ends my take this broken cup with you. Take this old lame horse too.
Take your magic wand again.
Wait it on me and she's the babe. Your tears can break shame. Your smile can heal pain. Can take this broken cup with you.
More music variety on Power Ace Radio.
It's all about you and me. Would you go and save my soul to be free in a world made of gold? Is the price but the story we once told? Yeah, the price is the story that goes. Forever we stand, the levels of time in our hands, and united we rise. Everybody come back, tell it to a better world. Oh, are you coming for me? Hey, you. It could be sad. Anywhere down in time or up for my knees. It could be nice. It could be nice. So nice.
Ace Radio.
All right, so the Broken Cup and Levels. What shall we start with? Telling a little bit of story behind the collaboration in the song. Maybe
What we might need here is
Which song?
a virtual app that flips the coin for us so that we don't have to decide ourselves. But now that I'm talking, I would say we talk about the Broken Cup first, because I'm super excited to hear how you guys went about.
Yeah.
Oh, what can I say? The Broken Cup was written in a very, very sad moment when I was doing breakfast and the cup of my sweet coffee was broken, and I saw myself in that little cup, and immediately I started to write the lyrics of the songs. The album Freedom was finished at the time, so I had this song that I just put in my pocket, and then I I knew this wonderful, great talent who is Frida, of course, and I started we started thinking about a collaboration, about something to do together. So I gave her this song, and I said, you can do what you want, and she said, let's do it together. And so we started to record this
we went into the studio, actually. We
yeah.
went into the studio together, because I feel like when I'm working on a song, when you asked me to record, like, do whatever you want, record vocals and piano on top of this, actually vocals first of all, and then you said maybe some piano parts too.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I mean, I could think of ideas, but I feel like the best thing we could do is just work on this together, because there's sometimes you need to be together in a studio space to kind of, you know, physically together to kind of be able to process all these ideas. I've been quite used to working online as well. I did a lot of projects like that, but when you get together, there's just another level. And it was just special. We went into the studio and got it all done in just a few hours, actually, in an afternoon. And then it turned out to be what it was. And also, I think, to me, this song represents our journey to London, because that is another interesting story, isn't it? We went to London just a few weeks after going into the studio and recording the song. And I remember us having a lot of ideas that probably some of them didn't even happen. Like, we wanted to go into the streets of London and perform the song. Like, I had a little keyboard, you had your guitar, and then we had Anna on banjo. Then we have to then introduce Anna as well in the show. But and the three of us wanted to go perform the song in the streets of London and do something. And then that didn't happen, but it led us to an interview with Radio London 1, which is the Italian radio in London.
Yes, of course.
And that was just the most special way of celebrating those few weeks, actually, a couple of weeks that we spent together in London. And the song itself always reminds me of that. Yeah,
I will bring those moments forever in my heart, in my soul. And I remember perfectly the day we went into the studio to record your parts, and I was astonished. I was thrilled to see you in action. I saw you before live in a very beautiful concert in Perugia, but of course to see you there a few meters from me, singing so beautifully, and it was it was unbelievable. I'm probably one of your greatest fan in all the world. So
thank you.
It was a great pleasure and also it was a pleasure to write something else for you, and I hope that kind of stuff will see the light soon. We have written beautiful lyrics for some songs that I will hopefully get done soon. Like, we will get done soon, of course.
I guess it's just beautiful to see. I like that too, when you see the artist not only on a live performance, which is beautiful anyway, but you just like to see the musician in the process of making a song. That's the most beautiful thing. I enjoy that too.
I agree.
So,
absolutely. And it's the process of writing a song always starts with the initial idea. And Tao, beforehand you said that you saw yourself in the broken cup, and that you immediately started to write the lyrics about. It would be super interesting to know in which way you saw yourself in this cup. Like, what was the correlation here?
I sometimes feel, I used to feel with something broken, heart broken and soul broken. I don't know why. That's sort of a melancholy in me, sort of a blues soul. But I don't know. It's I don't know how to explain. That song has a strange good quality, a strange feeling, as if I had to wait for a particular moment take it and to make it live. So Frida was I don't know how to say, the element that I need to bring that song to live in its best way, in its best light. So Frida gave it really the light I need. And I have to say another thing. I used to search for redemption in particular people. Anna, of course, my soulmate, has the power to repair every day that broken cup. And I think that Frida has the same power in maybe in different ways. Frida has that kind of incredible voice, and it's like her soul singing through her voice. And so Frida has the power to repair a lot of so many broken cups all around the world. I think that people who love Frida love her for this particular power she has.
Well, the music has the power as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
the power of music. So
yeah, the music, but the music needs people.
Yeah, of course, the music needs a talented person that can make great music. I don't know, but thank you for your words. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, but I think that especially you have the magic wand.
Thank you.
I talked in that song, and the magic wand is something that you can't describe.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much. So
welcome.
Thank you. So instead, just about half a year after, I then was introduced to lucid dreams, and levels came up, which you've heard before. So maybe now we can tell a little bit about how this song came up. So I don't know, it's probably, David, you should say it from your perspective, because I kind of, it's funny, I don't remember exactly. Well, no, I do actually, but not completely. So the song, I have to say, this song happened because of Power Ace Radio.
True that.
Yeah, because of Pali, who connected us.
No wonder that we don't really remember how it all started, because we've been
And we both don't.
so many voice messages. And I think it all started with a voice message. So I had this song at hand that we've written here in Vienna, but we only had the instrumental. And I always had the impression that there would be a powerful female voice would fit the track perfectly. So I was in touch with Polly of Power Ace Radio, and I asked him if he knew good singers, good female singers, and he recommended you. He recommended Frida Bolani Magoni. So I got in touch with you in in the form of a voice message on Instagram, and we kind of took it from there. We both were interested in collaborating. We both liked the song. Then I sent over the song. You laid down amazing vocals on it, and
I did a demo recording here in the studio, and then for a consequence of incredible cases, we ended up being in London recording the song with an amazing Italian but London-based sound engineer, Andrea Lepori, who has worked with a lot of important names, Rolling Stones, Paolo Nutini as well, and we ended up being there together in London, spending a couple of days you know what's funny also? It's both this song, like both these collaborations are in somehow linked to London.
Yeah.
Because Tao and I went to London. You and I, David, went to London. It's really interesting how London kind of represented the unity through music.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we should write a song together, David and
About
I.
London.
David and I. Yeah, maybe we can call it London and the Baby. Because
Why the baby? Am I the baby?
yeah, of course, because we have these two wonderful things in common, London and this baby.
And the baby. Totally do that. I'm waiting for that song. I'd I'd love to hear that.
It would be great for me to do a collaboration with someone like David, because I think he is truly talented, and I'm not too much into electronic music, but I think that Levels is a great song and has a great melody, and I think that this is the most important thing of all. And it would be great for me to wear another kind of sounds, because of course my sound is often about guitars and drums and bass. It's rock and roll sound,
country rock.
Yeah, country rock,
yeah.
Of course too. And it would be a beautiful experiment to go out and do different kinds of
experiment other styles of music.
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be musically diverse. It's very important. We all have to be kind of experimenting. I like to experiment lots of different types of music. In fact, Levels and the Broken Cup are two very different songs. One is, as we said, country rock, kind of guitar, piano, and the other one is more about electronic instruments. But still, I wasn't into electronic music myself until I did this song, or maybe until a little bit before, until I discovered artists such as Lucid Dreams. But this song just combines, I think I was able to, I like to take different types of music and then put a bit of my own style into it. And Levels has that. Levels has, I would say that the melody of Levels itself is a little bit jazz sometimes. It just has a little bit of, I don't know, it's like, sounds like some kind of old song that was rearranged. And that was the feeling that I got when I first listened to this very rough demo of the song where you were singing in the fish language, as they say. but I could hear a bit of an old melody kind of taken to a new level. And still the song is about levels of time, so that is a great way of, like, you know, describing the levels of time. And also, you know, I put such high pitched vocals, which is, I don't think it's usual for that kind of music, but it makes it very dreamy, kind of. It's Lucid Dreams after all, it's dream pop. So yeah, what do you think about that, David?
Well, yeah, I completely agree. And I would also say that, you know, you mentioned the different genres, the different types of music. After all, you know, there are so many perfect songs that have already been written, and still people manage to come up with more and more beautiful songs. And this is because of the fact that, you know, different styles are merged, are put together in a song, and that's the beauty in creation, that you kind of you are inspired by, bands you've been listening to for your whole life. You are inspired by currently active artists, and you take your inspiration from songs they released, and you take out the things you like. You take the pieces that touch you, and you put them together in a new song, and in the best case also in a new original style. And I have the impression that all of us three are kind of pursuing the same goal here. Like, Tao, you're taking elements of rock and roll, of country. We take elements of general pop, of synth wave, and try to put them together in the best way possible.
Yeah.
And this is how music evolves. And this is also why music, in my opinion, will never stop or cease having the importance it has today.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
I agree.
And I feel like your project Lucid Dreams is really, really original and interesting. Like the whole, not just the music, but the whole idea and the image behind it is really interesting. You have to tell us a little bit about that, because for those who, like, you've been you and I actually have been interviewed together on PAR Meet the Artist, but I think that this needs to be said again, because like everyone, you have to realize how incredible the idea behind this project is, and how incredible, like, if you just listen to the music and you don't know the story, you can already feel that there's something. But like when you hear the background story of Lucid Dreams that I didn't know until after you sent me the song, that made it even more interesting for me. And I was so intrigued by who is Lucy. Because Lucid Dreams, but who is Lucy? Like this trio, this duo that can also be considered a trio. Now we're gonna say why. Why is composed by two guys, you, David, and Philip. So who is Lucy?
Lucy is our artificial band member. As you said, we're two human band members, Phil and me. And our artificial band member, Lucy is a system of digital and analog effects that we have created specifically for the music production. So we were fooling around in the studio about 3 years ago, and just randomly changed a couple of guitar effect pedals together, and then did some adjustments also in Logic, so the DAW. And we sent sounds into the system. We started with Mozart, then we did Kraftwerk, we did Pink Floyd. We sent songs into it and let the system process those sounds. In the beginning, we had a massive wall of sound, huge reverbs, and basically, white noise. It turned out to be something that could not be defined, a very indistinctive sound. But after 15 or 20 minutes of letting the system dream, we could see and hear certain patterns in this wall of sound, in this ocean of noise. And we were, puzzled in the beginning, and then super intrigued eventually, and tried to force those patterns, more and more, to make them become more evident. So you can imagine, basically just noise. And in this noise, all of a sudden, we started to hear melodies, we started to hear rhythmic patterns. However, we adjusted the parameters. So we said, right, this system has kind of developed a life of its own. Why not give it a name? We call it Lucy. And when Lucy processes the sounds we send into it, she dreams. and hence Lucy Dreams. We ended up sending many different sounds into it, from the city noises of Vienna to nature sounds, birds tweeting, and even literature. So we read out Kazuo Ishiguro and James Joyce into a microphone, into the system, and we were just, super curious what would happen. And obviously there was the white noise first, but eventually we heard some rhythmic patterns again and used them as a basis for the songs we write.
I think this is magic. Like there's no way, like I need to experience this one day and get to hear what the process is like. I like to see artists in their process, in their working process, but this is absolutely incredible. And like the way you take inspiration from these patterns that come out of guitar effects and noises, and I don't know, it's just incredible, unbelievable. And so all your songs are kind of inspired by a pattern that Lucy gave you.
Yeah, exactly. And inspired is the right term here, because obviously we don't use the actual sounds, it would be just noise. But if we hear a melody, if we hear a rhythmic patterns, we take this as an inspiration and as a basis for new songs.
Yeah. And you also, wanted to use that not only as the name of the band and as the inspiration behind the songs, but also as a third band member on the live performance. So I have seen you perform live, at the event here in my studio, at the Frida and Friends for VI's event. So I know how that works, but I thought was really, really interesting to point out in this show for the people to know that you perform putting kind of Lucy in the front row. Like it's only like you have a golden suit, right? You let Lucy be like the main character of the performance.
Absolutely. And it's because we want to put the artificial band member in the spotlight, because it's such an integral part of the whole endeavor of the whole group. And that's why I always also try to step back as a human being and hide my face behind a mask and wear a golden suit, a golden onesie, and to have a visual representation of the artificial band member that is very, very fixed in the studio in Vienna. But we always take a visual representation, a light ball, with us on stage, and it's an integral part also of the live shows. For now, it's visual, but there are plans to integrate Lucy also sonically, so that we have.
I think you should do that. I think that would be really, really interesting.
Stage. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be absolutely the best thing. Like if the light ball could control the sounds in the performance. Yeah, and make interesting effects. Because that light ball, please don't change that light ball, is absolutely incredible. I've been able to see the light and I'm blind. So I've been able to notice that the light changes, it changes colors, it changes, I think not only the color, it just changes the light in a way that is absolutely incredible. So I think that you should keep that and maybe find a way to connect it to something that can control the sounds through the movements of the lights. That would be so absolutely incredible. So shall we listen to another song, another Lucid Dream song?
Well, you are the host, if you say so.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so this is Rosalie.
Thank through the night. Drive with me.
More music variety on Power Ace Radio.
So this was Rosalie. Rosalie, what is it? What is it about? Because Rosalie is a name. So what is the actual idea behind calling a song with a name of someone? You know, what is the idea?
Rosalie is a name indeed, but for us it's more the representation of a positive future state. So everybody has their own goals, everybody has their dreams, their aspirations, and Rosalie is a positive state in the future. And everybody has different ambitions, different goals. So it you could call your goals by their names, or you could go more general and say, right, Rosalie works. It's just a beautiful name, in my opinion, and we just used it to describe this future state that we want to achieve. That everybody else has different ambitions, different goals, and everybody can call their future state Rosalie. So this is why we call it Rosalie.
It's a very futuristic name indeed, Rosalie. Like, to represent the future, it's really interesting. And also the song...
It flows well,
yeah.
Doesn't it? Rosalie.
Rose, yeah. It comes from, it gives me exactly that idea, yeah, the rose. Yeah, really interesting. And the song itself is a vibe. It's absolutely a vibe. I cannot count the amount of times that I've been listening to this, because really I'm obsessed with this song, and I cannot count the amount of times that I've been dancing along. I'm pretty sure you all listening to the Power of Music on air right now have been dancing to the song. I'm pretty sure, because it just, you cannot help but dancing around and singing. It's so also, yeah, it's catchy, because it's kind of probably like the way you wanted to represent the hope for the future and all that. So yeah, that it's totally makes sense. And I absolutely love this song. And thank you.
That's always our ambition, to kind of write catchy tunes that are at the same time also, progressive in some way, that kind of try to push boundaries, that try to go to uncharted territory. And it's very, very interesting endeavor.
And I like how you write. I know you write the lyrics, David, and I really like how you have you don't have like very simple. You have catchy songs, but not at all simple meanings. Because what you might think is, like, when I first heard Rosalie, I was like, I couldn't understand most of the lyrics, but what I did understand, I thought it was like, okay, it's probably just about, I don't know, someone named Rosalie. It's like a love song to someone named Rosalie. And instead, there is so much more deepness in the meaning that I think is very important to the music nowadays. It's like you could write simple lyrics, but the meaning, such a powerful meanings in what could seem simple songs, is, I think, the key to writing original stuff nowadays and forever, not only now. So thank you for your art. Thank you for your music. Thank you for, I don't know, giving this gift of your music to the world.
Well, thank you for showcasing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So back to Tao, who I thank so much as well for his amazing work, like the amazing music that he's been sharing with the world since years. I know you've done multiple albums, 8 albums, right?
Yeah.
And actually the eighth album came out very recently. So you can tell us a bit about that, and actually make sure you introduce Anna as well, because we talked about her before, but we didn't really introduce her. So make sure you introduce her. If she's there, is she there right now or not?
She's hiding.
She's hiding.
Shy.
She's shy. Don't be shy, Anna.
She's shy because, first of all, sorry for my terrible English, because as I used to say, I sing and I write better than I speak.
But you are very understandable when you speak,
Yeah.
and I think that's the important
Good.
thing. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Most important thing, just get your
Yeah.
message across, and this is what you're doing perfectly, Tao. And
Yeah.
apart from that, actually I don't really know what you mean. Like, we've been chatting
Yeah.
at a normal pace for the last half an hour, so
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Tao, if an English teacher said that, then you can be sure that your English is fine.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I have hopes for the future.
Rosalie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about my last album, it's called Freed Home, which is a mix between two opposite words, freedom and home. As a Taoist, I think that they are the same thing, basically. Two sides of the same thing, two kind of emotions, two kind of aspects of life. But I think that my freedom is my home. For many, many years, I performed, and I still perform aboard of a very particular bus, a Volkswagen van of the 70s. And I think that that kind of car, which is also my little stage, is my home, because it gave me and still gives me freedom, the freedom to do the music I love, the music I want to share with people, and the most sincere music I can do. And I do in my peculiar way. And I think nobody else do this. And I think that it was, and it was and still is a great goal to do music as work, as a job. And because it's not, of course, only a job, it's a sort of a mission, it's a sort of it's life, it's your life, and it's your freedom, it's your home. So this album talks about all these things, but in not in my usual rock and roll sounds or ways, but in a sort of a more soft way, country folk sounds with a lot of ballads, and I invited my companion, my soulmate, to join me in this new track, sort of a travel with me. She didn't play any instruments till 2 years ago, and she started to play banjo and to sing with me, doing harmonies. And so I think this is a very interesting work, and I hope you can enjoy that kind of stuff.
So we should listen probably to one of the songs from the album.
Yeah.
I would pick The Scent of Freedom, because You know why? Because well, first of all, you told me before it's a song about travel, right? About a travel. Yeah, because it's the story. Well, you'll tell us the story about it, but I love traveling. It's one of my biggest passions after music.
Yeah.
So a song about traveling that then is called The Scent of Freedom, and freedom has such a similar sound to my name, you know, freedom, that I kind of want to interpret the song as The Scent of Freedom. I still remember the first actual performance that we did on an online event together, which wasn't 2 months ago. It was even the year before, I guess.
Yeah.
Even before we met in person, even before we worked on the Broken Cup, even before we went to London, we performed in this online event that I also organized. But in this case, everyone was streaming live from their homes.
Yeah.
And I remember you and Anna performing this song. It was the first time I heard it. And because the quality, I want to say the quality of the audio probably was the issue, but I think it was also me like pretending that the song said Frida. But I remember I would hear like a part where you were only saying Frida, and I was singing it out loud, and I remember, you know, obviously my microphone was muted because you were performing in that particular moment, but I remember that everyone in the stream would see my face clearly singing Frida. And some people told me after, I saw you were singing Frida, indeed.
Yeah, but it's the correct
The Scent of Frida.
Frida. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you said that that song talks about the travel. It's the life of my companion, of my soulmate. It's Anna's life, and she lived her country when he was very young, and following the scent of freedom and hoping for a better future. So this song is a sort of a love tribute to her, and it's a very special song, and even it's a sort of a folk ballad, very, very simple chords, very simple melody, but I think that simple doesn't mean I don't know how to say sloppy, something not so beautiful.
Doesn't mean banal. Doesn't mean that it's banal.
Yeah. I think that if you're able to write and to wear, to sing in your best way, the simplicity, simple tunes, you can really touch the heart of the people. And I really wanted to do that. And so I hope you like that kind of.
Yeah.
And
so we're gonna.
You really sorry for you to interrupt you, but I really think you have accomplished the mission big time here, Tao. Like maybe for the listeners who don't know you personally, let me just tell everybody that the way Tao and Anna interact and make music the center of their relationship and love is just such a true romance. And even though I only met them for 2 days in December, I had the feeling that, you know, first of all, the relationship and their positive approach towards music being the center of their relationship is so incredibly inspiring. And I just wanted to tell everybody that it's like you should see Tao and Anna live, maybe on stage or in real life somewhere, to really experience. This is a one of a kind thing, I would say.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, David, for putting into words what I feel because I feel the exact same. And I think everyone that is around Tao and Anna in person, but also on social media, they kind of reflect, that you can see that is the situation. But when you meet them in person, you just really realize what an amazing couple they are. They just, the music, the fact that she started playing music only 2 years ago and singing and playing banjo, and now you guys play together. It's just the sound of you two together really pictures the bond between the two of you really, really well. So I thank you, David, for putting that into words. Yeah, I feel the same. So thank you, Tao and Anna, for being.
Thank you. I thank you both. Really, really.
Thank you. You are really one of the best couples I know, for sure. Thank you so much for being who you are.
Yeah, as I said in a conversation between us, I think that Anna is the father of my songs, because she doesn't write songs or lyrics, but she
inspires them.
Yeah, she gives me the seed. The seed is inspiration. She's my muse. So that's why I say that she's the father of my songs, and I am the mother, because I bring the songs in me, and then
you give birth to the songs.
Yeah, of course. So
isn't it interesting how similar the situation is with David and Lucy? Yeah, it's so similar, because Lucy is the father. Lucy inspires, and then David, and in this case also Philip, take the songs and just create the whole song based on the seed, on the inspiration that they get.
We are a modern family with more than two parents, a patchwork family.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Also, there was one thing that we said before we went on air. Songs. There's a saying in Italy, I don't know if also abroad, but we say that songs are like your kids. You cannot decide which song is your favorite of the ones that you wrote, as much as you wouldn't be able to decide which of your kids is your favorite. So that explains even more. Your songs are your kids. Our songs are our kids. I'm a musician too, obviously. So our songs are our children. And and that is a beautiful way of seeing the situation. We are the parents, and we give birth to new songs. So we're gonna listen. We're gonna listen to Freed Home. The Scent of Freedom from Freed Home, and I think that is gonna be it for today, because I think we're running short on time. I could be here talking with you guys forever, really. I have no time limit, but the show has. So I'd say we listen to the song, and we obviously thank both David from Lucid Dreams and Tao for being here with us.
Welcome.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for giving the stage and for hosting this whole thing. It's been a pleasure talking. And just as a last note, it's so nice to have not basically the one-on-one interview situation, but more a chat and a talk between the three of us. So thanks for having me and us.
That's what this show is about. So one just last quick thing. If you want to follow Tao and Lucid Dreams, that is very important to say. For Tao, go to what is the website? www.taovox.com. Yeah, and Taovox on all other social media platforms.
Yeah.
So you cannot make mistakes there. Oh, well, you also have your Tao Love Bus Facebook page, which is for the Tao Love Bus experience, which we didn't talk much about, but it's a beautiful, beautiful project that they have where they play on the bus. with
Yeah.
his band. It's incredible. I've been on there as well. Unfortunately, not to perform yet, but I will soon, right?
Yeah, you'll perform with us
Yeah.
soon, I promise.
Yeah, and for Lucid Dreams, go to www.lucydreams.net or on social media on Instagram, it's lucy.dreams.dp. But already, if you go in the website, you can find, I guess, all links to social media platforms and music and Spotify and everything, right?
Couldn't have put it better. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. So follow them, and I said that again. You can also follow me on Instagram at Frida Bolani Magoni. Super long. I promise I will one day take some time to give the spelling of the full name. I will. But in the meantime, there is another thing that I should say. We also have an Instagram page of the FBM studio, which is FBM_music_studio. This is the home studio I'm going live from right now, and where we will hopefully host new events and a lot of other great things. So thank you so much for listening to this second episode. I'll see you all in March, and have a great weekend. So this is the Scent of Freedom, and thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I remember the scent of April when I was just a kid. Springtime came and made me blossom like the rain does to the seed. I remember Mama's calling. I had to feed the chickens round the home. Life was simple, farm work tiring, but at the table we were one. Someone said we reached the Eden. Time stands still here as in hell, but time can't sleep and started ticking. The scent of freedom rang the bell. Nights are quieter there in a country, but my dreams ran faster than the days. I was younger, I was hungry, I would have walked life's other way. And I left the east of Eden, left my mama and my home. Yeah, I traded the warmth of April for the scent of freedom. I remember Mama's crying. She knew I wouldn't see her anymore. She looked like her life had been stolen by the scent of freedom. Freedom.
my